Hello, welcome back to the Great Patriotic War. Still messing with my mic stand here. It's not exactly a one that's designed for recording like this. Alright, well, let's try to get back into this. Pretty low energy video last night, not gonna lie. But at least we did try to sort out some air superiority missions in the south and over Kiev. So otherwise, I think these guys are just going to kind of sit there. Now, as far as the Western Air Command goes, well, it sounds like I'm taking fire too. Okay. Don't know if it was my neighbor or transformer blowing up, but I guess if this is a 30-second video, you know why. Or if the Red Army starts rolling through. Yikes. Anyways, so this airport here, I wish to God we had abandoned this last turn, frankly, but we didn't. And this air group is pretty much completely depleted, so they're heading out. Now, this
The heck is happening?
I do not know. What I'm hearing is like loud booms in the background here. Very interesting. Definitely not small arms fire though, so I guess there's that. We'll pull him back to Bryansk. We've got no need for like real air missions this turn in this area. So the rest, overall, our orders are pretty much just to relax, chill out. Why is this thing so far over capacity? Who else is in Smolensk? These Western air transport bozos. Okay, the stuff that I never bloody use. Get them out of there.
Fireworks, I just saw a flash.
Fireworks confirmed. Oh my god. Alright, so this is getting better, but we really don't want our bombers this far forward anymore. So this whole bomber group, we want to just try to move them back, to be honest. The 12th bomber group. We'll just spread them out amongst these 6 air bases here. Go over there. Our lads in Smolensk can go to this airbase. Just going to get them off the map altogether. We've definitely taken some heavy losses as a result of the kind of crazy missions that we've flown. We do have some MiGs closer to the front. I wouldn't mind running some air superiority missions just to keep things built up. But I think overall we're going to move these guys back.
Our neighbors are trying to give me sound effects, apparently.
Well, they were having a party over there earlier, so maybe it's that kind of party.
On a freezing rainy
I'm
night
just glad it's not small arms fire, frankly.
this close to Hartford.
Uh, you gotta take the good with the bad. Maybe I'll leave one group of MiGs in here just to fly air superiority. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is fly a little bit of air superiority over Smolensk itself. Just for like the first half of the week. And cancel all these ground attack orders. What's going on here? Why are these guys not transferring? Okay, good. Okay, we do want to try to get whoever the hell is in. So what does this airbase got? Just some MiGs. Definitely not worth sacrificing them over that. So we'll start moving them back. Honestly, I don't even know why this command exists at this point. It's got one air wing attached to it. Hmm. Just gonna cancel both of these orders for Leningrad. Who the hell is in this airport? 24th BAP in the 97th. Who the hell are they under? 24th BAP. Let's find you. I don't even know what they were going back to, but what the heck? Oh, so they're under the BAD, 13 BAD. There we go. Guess because these guys are already down here, let's just transfer the rest of them down here. There we go. So I kind of want to build an airbase behind Orel. What I'm thinking is we need some more air bases in this region too, to potentially slow down the advance of this panzer group here. That, I mean, I assume essentially what's going to happen is Smolensk gets encircled by this group, potentially as early as next turn, if we don't slow them down. And then the turn after that, they start racing for Tula. I mean, that's kind of what I would do, because that's the best tank country right here. You know, like following this line, essentially. So what I'm going to try to do is to pre-position some tanks guarding like this airbase here. So like, in this, have the tanks in the front here, and these 4 hexes here. And then we'll have a line of infantry behind them in the more defensible ground. Then when the tanks get hit, they can pull back to the next clear hexes. You know, just kind of work it that way. So what do we need to do that airwise? Because we'll probably need some air support in the first couple battles. But I feel like we do have a fair amount of bombers in that area, so yeah, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. All right, these guys we definitely want to rest. And actually we want to pull this back a little bit. Northwest Air Command, we definitely want to rest them as well. Right now they're all kind of centered in the south here, but we really want to probably reposition them at some point. Who is in here? The 44th BAP. Who are they under? Must be these guys. Yeah. I mean, for the Leningrad Air Command, let's just move everyone to this area here. Do we have an army stuck in here? We do. The 8th Rifle Corps. But the 9th and 12th armies are both out of that pocket, I think. Yeah, they are. How the hell am I going to break these guys out? Could have sworn that last time we played, I moved these guys already. Maybe I'm crazy. All right, let's see what the weather's going to be next week. All right, so that big storm's starting to roll off. So potentially late next week, we can start flying some missions again in the north. I mean, it's going to rain pretty much all week, so I don't want to deal with that. It does look like there's a low pressure front here, but it's a relatively weak one coming in the south. But it's probably not going to affect us in anything except for the Black Sea region. So there's nothing that's going to hit the whole line is what I'm getting at. But once this weather here clears up, we can start doing more air missions in the north, which will have to make up for the fact that the mud will dry up. Not that this is going to be particularly muddy ground at this point. It's like 3. Some of these places are zeros. But, I mean, the marshier areas will mud up faster. So, we'll find out what the situation is kind of at the beginning of turn 8. That's when we're going to start flying a lot more missions. So we'll just kind of rest up until then in the north. But in the south, we're just kind of desperately trying to do something to break out what we can from this pocket and to try to hold on to a little bit of land over here. But in terms of what we're actually capable of, it's kind of slim pickings, unfortunately. I don't really want to bring any air groups down into here. And because because we've done so much movement around lately, it's kind of risky to do any sort of actual action. But so we're going to have to go without air support for this operation to break out the pocket. And I guess we're just going to try to break them out as fast as we can by kind of retreating straight back. Well, let's see if we can. So let's execute our air directives. And we'll start doing a little bit of the ground turn as well. Just because there was not a whole lot left to do in the air turn, but we can start checking it out. The thing got kind of fucked up, I guess. We're really not going to be flying a ton of missions on our turn or any, I don't think. So all of our actual air activity will happen on the enemy's turn. And it's all just trying to keep our supply lines open. It's nothing more than that. As long as the enemy is not able to bomb our rail lines and, kill our ships, that's all I'm looking for this turn. Okay, let's close that out. And now I want to start with the hardest place first. So it's 3 hexes there. Okay, it's a paratrooper regiment. I think I'm not sure how strong that is. But do I even have a unit capable of attacking? 1, 2. Oh, shit. Now we can get the anti-tank brigade out of there. Get a little bit of the mountain division out of there. Let's see if this rifle division can make it out. Probably not. It's that damn river. Such a shame to lose so much stuff here. Over no good reason, really. Oof. Big yikes in terms of getting them out of there. I didn't really expect anything. I saw that I wouldn't be able to make them out, so I'll just let them die, I guess. Ugly. Very ugly. Put these guys all on refit last turn, but don't know if it actually did anything. I know we looked at all these generals last turn and determined that they were all absolute dog. I guess this guy's the best out of them. I think we got a new front in this turn. I think this is the turn that the central front comes in, if I remember right. Let's see about that. Unit headquarters. Unit name. We did. Where the hell is he? Oh, he's green. I kind of like that. Who's in charge of it? Kirponos. This guy's already had 36 defeats. What the hell was he in charge of before? I don't know, but I would love to have him down here doing a little bit of commanding. Take some of the burden off the Western Front. So we can give the 10th Army over to the Central Front. Oh, we got a reserve front too. That's new, I think. So you go to the 30. Go to this army, 13th Army. They can stay. Western Front is okay. They're okay. Timoshenko. '24 and '72 is actually one of our better generals, surprisingly. Sadly. Where's the 4th Airborne Corps? Okay, we'll give them to the 10th Army. And the 21st Army can go right to him. 43rd Army can go to him as well. And now the Western Front is greatly, freed up. I put these on refit, and I swear to God, they didn't even get anything. What the hell? They literally lost. They had minus 41 replacements. What the hell is up with that? Do I need to put this on 2, maybe? No, that's super stupid. Because this is our supply source. Why would I do that? Oh my God. Now that I did it, I can't undo it. Okay, it doesn't even let you, it looks like. Okay. Maybe this needs to be changed to a 2 or a 3. Or maybe they just need to go further forward under some sort of leadership. How's this guy at mech? Terrible. So Bryansk must have gotten a good amount of supply in. Looks like they did. So that's good. Man, we just got a ton of work to do. I know I'm kind of bouncing around, but I'm just dreading going up to the north to look at that train wreck. I mean, yes, I realize that the south is a train wreck, but that much has been established. We just need to bring in a shitload of our cavalry, and then just try to push them up into the kind of favorable defensive line up here. Maybe swing some of them north. I don't know. But they just need some bodies. All right. Well, maybe we'll take a quick look at a couple of the battles from last turn. Try to get an idea of what the hell is going on. I mean, these battles were certainly hard fought. Not necessarily successful, but hard fought. Like, why was this one so What was the 7.5 to 1? It was pretty much even odds if you taken the numbers, but I was only putting up an 18. So I think I must have rolled really bad commander-wise. Yeah, you see here, we just rolled incredibly bad. So I don't know what the deal is there. If that was a preventable thing that happened, or... So we had 3 on-map units, no support units that got called in. So that didn't help. But they only had 2, and they had 0 support units as well. I don't get it. I don't get why we lost so much here. I guess they just broke and ran. Just withdrew. Terribly. Just incompetent commanders, I guess. Like this one I understand running from that, but at least he preserves some of his force. Damn. See, like this one, they hit us hard with support units. They hit us with 9 support units. And I bet those did some absolute work on us. Yeah, they did. They did have 876 rifle squads, too. Against 475, so it's just a lot more mass. This was a heavy attack on us. That's the only way you could put it. Jesus, this was an absolute shellacking too. Man. Battles just did not go well for us. Would have been nice to have an extra couple of turns to build some fortification up. These guys are actually, they have some forts that are pretty strong here. Level 2s. That's actually a strong incentive to leave these guys where they are this turn. Just to literally hold the fort. We'll figure out some stuff down here. Maybe we'll just do some sort of delaying action here and start pulling back to the next line, next river line. Just to kind of shorten our lines a little bit. Will that even shorten them? I don't know. Because there would be a bulge like this. I mean, this is actually shorter. But it's just so weak. It's hard to get anything up there. I don't know. Maybe in general I've been spreading myself too thin, but I definitely feel like in most cases we're kind of doing the right thing. SS bastards put a beat down on us. Again, when they commit their support units, it's just all over. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Next time we will try to really dig into our actual plans, such as they are, and maybe we can start setting up some sort of defense here with all the reinforcements we brought in. Because we did bring in a fair amount of rifle divisions. Hopefully they can start making a difference on the line in the north. And then in the south, we just need to plan exactly what we're going to do with our cavalry when we do bring them in, because they're weak, but they're fast. So the potential for encirclements with them is actually pretty strong if you are smart about it. I mean, I would like it if I had tanks instead of horsey cavalry, but I mean, horses could get the job done. I I would love to be able to try to encircle this thing because I do have a good amount of mass behind it, but I just don't think I can set something up in time because that is a quite a big salient. If you look at it on the zoomed out map, you can see how big it is, and there must be a potential somewhere for breaking it through and encircling, or at least parts of it. But I think the best bet is to do it in the open terrain of the massive fields and small rivers of Ukraine. Just because Ukraine is mobility wise the best option for us. So I think that's the direction we're going to go. But I mean, obviously, this is a very dark time for the Soviet Union. So any decision is going to result in the deaths of thousands and thousands of men. And there's no way around it. So we'll just try to keep our heads up and keep up the resistance. Well, until next time, see ya.